Kensurfs here, and we are here with another shave video. This one, it's a tribute shave to the late Sean Connery, who passed away October 31st at 90 years old. I was especially sad to hear this and to hear that he had dementia, which also took my mother this year. So, man, if there's ever, something that hits close to home, it's this. But I will always have the good memories of watching his movies with my father, my family, and watching him entertain us for all of these years. So we're going to do a shave today. Of course, if you're a James Bond fan or a Sean Connery fan or a shaving fan, one of the coolest shaving scenes was from the movie Goldfinger, where he was using I believe it's a 1964 Gillette Adjustable. Here's the scene. So we are going to use a 1964 Gillette Adjustable today in a tribute shave to Mr. Sean Connery. This is the 5th take I've tried on this because I either get emotional or I think about my mother, my father, thinking about him, Sean passing. It's, and what a year, right? What a wacky year to go with. So I'm going to load a Gillette Wilkinson sword blade into the razor. Let's lower that. Gonna have it, I've got it set high. I'm gonna go to setting number 3 today. We'll start out with that, see how it goes. We'll lock that in place. I'm gonna use a vintage Ever Ready brush that's been restored. It's got a new badger knot. I'll put that into the crystal skull. Going to use GOF Trumpner shave soap today. Going to do a face lather. We're going to hope it works. And for the aftershave, Floris number 89, what James Bond uses in the books that Ian Fleming wrote. I think Ian Fleming was a big fan of this, so he had James Bond using it. All right, gents and ladies, let's get this shave started. One thing I'll talk about during the shave is all of the movies, the variety of movies that Sean Connery was in that I enjoy, and you might not have even heard of them. Maybe you have. We'll go through the shave and we'll start talking about them. And you can always comment in the comment section. There we go. And let me know if you've heard some of these movies, because I was a huge fan of other movies that he did where he wasn't James Bond. If you're a World War II movie fan, you must have heard of A Bridge Too Far. And I remember going to that movie. Again, my dad smoked nonstop, so sitting in a movie theater for 3 hours, and that movie is like 2.5 to 3 hours long. We even have an intermission in the middle of it, A Bridge Too Far. But it was a really good World War II movie, Operation Market Garden, and I went and saw that at the theater with my dad, and he... He may complain and go out and have several smokes, but at least he was there with me watching it, and he enjoyed it. Here's a scene.
Can you help us?
How?
Don't you know a doctor nearby?
We can take him to the hospital. You go.
So that was I remember that one vividly. remember when we first moved here to the United States from England, 1970. I remember a crappy apartment in a crappy part of town, but they had the drive-in movies, and I've mentioned this in some of my other shave videos, that the first drive-in movie that I saw as a kid here in the United States, well, they didn't have them in England, was Diamonds Are Forever.
Hi, I'm Plenty.
But of course you are.
Plenty O'Toole.
Named after your father, perhaps?
And I especially remember that night because the stupid car broke down in the drive-in was the next city over. So me and my dad at 1 o'clock in the morning were walking the streets of Fountain Valley and Huntington Beach to get home.
Mouton Rothschild is a claret. And I've smelt that aftershave before, and both times I've smelt a rat.
Because the stupid Buick station wagon broke down just outside the drive-in. So I do remember, I do remember that movie quite well. And I mean, all of his movies. All of his James Bond movies I really enjoyed. And who can forget the first one?
À la banque.
I need another 1,000.
I admire your courage, Miss...
Trench. Sylvia Trench. I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
I like Dr. No, but Goldfinger probably was my favorite Sean Connery. It's a toss-up. Goldfinger's probably a better story than Diamonds Are Forever. But Diamonds Are Forever, again, sharing the experience with my dad. That was one of Sean's James Bond movies, one of my favorites. That and Goldfinger. All right. Then, you guys might not have heard this one. This one sneaks through a lot of people. 1980, it's High Noon in Space. If you ever saw the movie High Noon, where nobody's helping the sheriff, he's the, Gary Cooper was the sheriff, or the marshal, nobody was helping him, and all these bad guys were arriving at noon, and they took that premise, and they put it in outer space in the movie Outland. And here's Sean Connery from that movie.
In the third place, you're becoming a nuisance.
Yes, I know. I would like a report of all of these incidents that have happened during the past 6 months. I'd like it really soon, or I might just kick your nasty ass all over this room. That's a marshal joke.
That was a really, really cool movie. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. Peter Boyle is the bad guy, and a really good action movie. Kind of dark, but I thought it was excellent. Have you guys seen Outland? 1980. And then later on, another couple of cool ones that are definitely not in the James Bond genre. Highlander. I mean, Highlander was, you know, he's immortal. Here's a scene.
You must learn to conceal your special gift and harness your power until the time of the gathering.
What gathering?
When only a few of us are left, we will feel an irresistible pull towards a faraway land to fight for the prize.
That was a good movie. In fact, last week too, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was on, and that's another movie where he was not in a James Bond character, but it was I thought a good movie. I think he got nominated, as I recall, for an Academy Award for The Untouchables. And when people talk about the scenes from Untouchables, the memorable scene, here's this one that I remember the most.
Isn't that just like a wop? Brings a knife to a gunfight.
Oh man, so he was in like Disney movies, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I didn't like Marnie so much. I think it was The Wind and the Lion, because I believe, spoiler alert, I think he doesn't make it. the end of that movie, so I didn't care for that one too much. But, oh man, the world is definitely going to miss Sean Connery. I am going to miss Sean Connery. But I've always got him looking here in these videos. Talking so much, I forgot to mention that it's Movember. It's November the 2nd. Movember, No Shave November. And so I'm growing my goatee out to bring awareness for men to get screened for prostate cancer and actually get screened for all cancer. So this whole month, a lot of the people are going to be growing out their beard for No Shave November. So that's why I've got the goatee going. All right. You know, this blade and this razor from all these years ago is still working great. I'll do a third pass. God, a lot of movies. Wind and the Lion. I'm trying to think of all the ones that were not James Bond. And I did enjoy the 1983 back-to-back. In fact, I think this photo is from it. Never Say Never Again. Or no, that's Diamonds Are Forever. But Never Say Never Again was basically just an updated version of Thunderball. But it was good to see two movies coming out that year. Roger Moore as James Bond and Sean Connery as James Bond. All right, third pass. So Sean, you're going to be missed, my friend. There's a lot of cool tributes that people have been doing out there. All I'm doing is a shave, stupid shave, but it's brings back, his movies bring back a lot of good memories for me. I was out of town over the weekend. That's why I haven't been doing a video lately. I was in San Diego for my wife's birthday. Won't say how old she is, but she was had her birthday on the 27th, so took her to San Diego, just me and her, kind of to get away, get out of the quarantined house here where everybody's working from home, and it was just nice to get away for the weekend. So a lot of you have been saying, hey, when's your next video? But I was out of town, guys. And I'm sorry. Now I'm going to have to watch Outland again. Actually, I just watched Outland about 2 months ago, but I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch A Bridge Too Far for sure. That movie, he's not really the star. It's if you haven't seen A Bridge Too Far, it's like a ton of stars, all sharing equal billing. I mean, Robert Redford, Gene Hackman, Sean Connery. The list goes on and on and on and on. And it's a good World War II movie. And if you rent the DVD, or, well, who rents DVDs anymore? But they do have a break in the middle that says intermission, so people can go out to the restroom after an hour and a half before the next hour and a half. But it's definitely worth watching, as is Untouchables, Outland, Highlander. I'm going to have to start catching up on all of those. Maybe in the comments, I might have left out some of the movies that you think are his favorite. Maybe in the comments, you can mention your favorites. I'd enjoy reading that, to hear your favorite Sean Connery movies that you grew up with or you like. See, I'm not thinking. Almost forgot that. Oh, got me right here. Got me on the neck. Oh, that's a burn. That's a burn. Floris 89. Basically, I only use this in these James Bond videos, but it smells so good. I should use it more often. Everybody have a great week. Please stay safe. Thank you for tuning in. And the world is going to miss a great actor, Mr. Sean Connery. Rest in peace, sir. We're going to miss you. Take care. Everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.